Well, hello people of Internet, I am TPP with my drop headset, back for another reaction of Team Fortress officials, whatever I have there. So, while thinking what to react to, I decided to react to Team Fortress because I think there's like a couple of stuff left. I mean, you think I'd probably react to everything possible? Well, no. I think I missed a trailer of Team Fortress, because again I will react it later. And magic outtakes, which is again magic animation, which is okay. I think outtakes can explain itself very much. It's the thing which was supposed to be in the movie / cartoon, but they got slashed. Okay, like there's some storyboard pieces and then some pieces which were already kinda animated. But judging by the thumbnails, it was kinda animated, which is again bloody cool because again, I think I talked about this before. Maybe my previous video with fun animation, that I bloody like to feel like I'm in parallel universes. Like when I play games, I'm trying to see myself as a guy who like travel between universes and see how developed this universe went into. Like, it's bloody thing I like to do. Imagine myself like this guy, okay, like let's say many dimension guy. Like there's 5 dimension and I like all dimensions at once, but you can see every possible outcome. Okay, well, actually judging by the way it is, maybe it's not left a lot of dimension. It's maybe dimension theory. 5 dimensions, I think time travel / picking different motion of your time. Then the complete universe with different laws of rules, universes with different origins. Okay, I bloody don't remember the parallel universe theory. Oh, dimension theory. Okay, man, it's like it's such a topic which is not very well known, and more of the science fantasy, which is probably will never be real. I hope it's real because it's amazing bloody idea, and I bloody hope that one day human will bloody be able to breach those universes and get some stuff from it to our entertainment or to our curiosity. Like, what would happen if the character did this and did that? Or man, I don't like the way the character solved this problem. I wish it solved a different way, and there's a universe like he did this way, and basically like it's only difference. Like otherwise, it's completely the same story. Only like. And you know how in the Zim have different voice actor in pilot and original series? I bloody don't care. Okay, man, Richard is a guy I know more than the previous guy. But again, mostly for voice, I think the previous guy was not so bad. Well, in comparison, they're all the same to me. I mean, I guess Richard I know him well more because again, he was the Zim I got. And pilot is, again, a pilot you can watch just for fun of it. Now also, okay, you know, there's a foot I want to keep for later. And which I've been thinking about, but again, let's keep it for later. First, we're gonna react to Team Fortress trailers. I think it will be like super short video because first of all, trailer is like 1 minute, and outtakes they like, well, they're all short, but they make the one video together. So like it's a playlist. So we'll link the playlist. So, Team Fortress trailer. Let's see what we offered before we played it. Actually, I think Team Fortress have 2 trailers. Oh, maybe even more. I mean, I think it's type of game which actually. It's kind of like maybe more trailers than it was open and then it's become free. But for that stuff, I think trailers mostly for updates and plus DLC. Man, Team Fortress doesn't have much events. Like it's okay, it does have events, man. It does have events. But for animation, it's mostly updates, mutants, and that's / that. But I think most for adapts they use comics, and they still use comics. I think there was a recent new episode of Team Fortress for Christmas special or special update. It's potato. Now, I think I've been walking this thought very longish. So, without being any more longer, we're gonna just wait a bit longer before I start up the video. Man, that's so messed up. I didn't stop the video. I mean, I did stop the video, but problematically. Okay, Team Fortress 2 trailer. Let's see. Okay, I never bloody watched Team Fortress trailer because I just played Team Fortress. I just know about it. I think I know about Team Fortress from a friend who was a fan of Team Fortress, and he used to show me Team Fortress video. But I think back then I didn't know English. I mean, I didn't know it. Okay, how much? I don't remember. Was I even learning English or was I just never even have a desire to learn English? Maybe, I don't know. So you can kind of pitch point how old I am and when I actually start learning English. Like, I'm not sure how new Team Fortress was, but it was Team Fortress videos. Okay, so, and then think it's important to the type of game which you bloody will hear no matter what, because again, people like constantly referencing it and making jokes about it. It's like one of those games. Okay, no. Sometimes they're like a series which is being mentioned way more in every cartoon, in every series. Like it's a series which is being referenced everywhere. Then a series which is being referenced still, but less. Like there's a big chance you no one can hear, but no, actually I would say there's still a big chance you can hear about the series. Then there's a series which is gonna be referenced in YouTube animation. Then a series which is slightly talked about people. Then a series which no one know about. Like let's say the games which are super indie, or games which is like I would say super indie is a nice word for this. And then there's games such as hits, because they are new when they release games. And actually bloody hell, I just not I start using Steam more often than I do Epic Games. I would say I'm using them in the same amount of time. Mostly just checking some stuff on the surface. But then I recently found out some new function of Steam's, like personal recommendation / queer. The thing is, analyze your preferences and recommend you some games. And sometimes recommend games which are super popular and recommend some dead games. I noticed some new games which again was uploaded at the same time, which is were uploaded the more popular games, and they had like 0 people playing them. Okay, not 0, but some people playing them, and it's like some games getting overshadowed by other games, and those not are bad games. But man, they're getting overshadowed. And like played by just some small amount of people, like famous people which even I know don't usually play them. Well, that's why, man, I don't think I even care about ratings / YouTube. Okay, also you have to play those games for YouTube algorithms, because YouTube algorithms, actually man, I bloody hear lots of people complain about YouTube algorithms. Well, for obvious reason, because again, it's comment your video to people. So yeah. So you're gonna have to follow it, so your video to recommend it. Well, I try not personally to follow it. Like I literally try to play every game I bloody want. I bloody don't care if it's popular or not. I don't care. I can actually try not to play popular games. I don't know. It's like some kind of my, I don't know, emotional block. Like because when there's some popular games like Among Us or / crap games, I get them. I have them. But I never bloody desire to play them. I have them, but they just dance, and I don't have desire to play them. So most I play games based on my desires. I still have desire to play some games which is not very popular. Or how much popular. Like let's say I play the game like Beneath the Steel Sky. This game is from 90s something, or mid 20s with something. But it's so retro that it doesn't have exit button. Then I play Grid Defense Tower Awakening. It's again also oldish game. And most I just play one-time games. Okay, let's say, yeah, most just play one-time games. I mean, I think like the most famous games I ever play is GTA / Among Us. And Sonic. Well, Sonic, okay, actually. Well, yeah, it's still talking about. I think other games is not so heard or so much talked about. Which again, steady-ish. I mean, lots of the games are okay-ish. Like, let's say some games are pretty boring, and I will talk about later when I play this game. Although you will have no idea what game it is. Well, I mean, okay, if the game I said boring, you will probably understand what game I'm talking about. So go to my channel, wait. Okay, you have to wait for a while. Maybe I will play this game no, not after I do this recording, because I want to record for a while right now. Or 2 recordings at least. Maybe 1. Depends on the time. It depends on the amount of talking. Okay, let's shut up and just watch it already. I think I already want to watch the video, but I started blabbering and talking. So yeah, press the play button right body now. I think you heard this before. I just started. Wow, it's all textures. But now we know how characters are supposed to look. Okay, I will not say I don't mind it. Like, I'm totally not on my. Okay, now the face is a little bit better in the new one. But again, if it was the version we get, I still would not complain. But still look pretty funnish. I mean, okay, the face is. It was all time, so it's totally okay. He used to throw dynamite. Like, how the hell would he work? You would just throw dynamite of what? Well, you just change your colors. I guess, well, yeah, it will be this change. Okay, mostly for the faces, but again, if we get this version, I still will not bloody complain. I'm totally not complaining guy. Because, I find... Yeah, I would say bloody hell never hate something. I can understand something boring or that stuff or something in a different level, but mostly I just generally don't care. Okay, here bloody change at all. But last week have a chance to see how they used to look. And actually talking about how they used to look. Wait, why the hell you did a little bit longer introduction to the Pyro? I guess he was a mascot of the series. Okay, to be fair, man, who's the mascot of the series? I feel like Scout, or maybe it's Soldier. Soldier more than Scout. Okay, talking about this one, again, notice the difference in art style is more bigger. Like I would say, the newest is more better the face. Like it's like old games do the face. Like GTA, how the GTA 3, yeah, let's say 3, how they did the face. Like always difference in adaptation in the series and ages, and people learn how to make games more better. Again, I wouldn't say people learn how to make games better. I think mostly the processing power gets way much better than before, and still getting better, but getting more expensive. So we need support to creators. I don't know how much. I wouldn't say I'm a bloody fan of super realism. Like I would say, as an art style, I'm not a fan of super realism. Like most of GTA, I feel nothing to the art style, and mostly I will not even bloody talk about art style, because again, it's not my jam. Although I would say sometimes super realism can be different with some small aspect. Like let's say foxes in different games. You know this? Okay, it's one picture I just saw online. It's called foxes in different games. Like it's self-explanatory. Actually, man, I bloody like, man, why do people make? Okay, maybe I should. I don't know. No. I don't know. Yes, sometimes people make those. Man, I think people make websites talking about vending machine in different games, and like it's also a nice idea to see first of all how things will look in different games, because first of all different games have different art style, possibilities, and generally the way they want to go through things, and plus again they make the new model from the beginning. And to be fair, I think then multiple people do the same model, will make it, what can I say, draw the same character. There will be some bigger differences. Like let's say foxes. Like let's say in some games it's because they're more better graphics and they're more planned to be more heavier. The foxes in those games have like very visible fur. Then there's games which take foxes but give them more mythical, feel fantastic look with longer whiskers, with eyes glowing in the body lines. Then there's a game which is like Skyrim, which is again, let's say it's kind of more cartoonish. No, it's like Wolf Among Us, but with less blackness in the body. You know, just they make a shape and then just draw a bunch of lines which represent the fur. Other games, well, Minecraft just blocks and that stuff. But they also do the same thing with vending machines. Like they each make very unique vending machines. Sometimes they, but first of all, they usually represent the brand inside of the game, and sometimes have different shape. Okay, I think shape mostly depends on the generation that the vending machine was, or how it charges in the game, because I think it's more realistic. In older games, it's like these boxes. In newer game, they can take a bit more different shape, which is again sometimes interesting. In cartoonier game, which is for children, they're like big, with dance, sometimes super futuristic, I would say. But yeah, it's just how people do different things. Again, most would say, okay, I think it's what I would delivered so many times. I thought about me not generally be raging guy. Okay, I would say there was episode of Alphabet I didn't like, but again I would say I didn't bloody like hated it. I just say it in comparison I consider it to be a weaker episode. Like I don't have negative feelings most of the time. I don't have negative feelings. I can't hate a guy, and I can really hate a guy, but again mostly I just forget about it, and like emotions don't stay with me much often. And to be fair, I think sometimes even repress some emotions, because again talking about Alpha Beta, there was a joke which bloody made me laugh with snorts coming from my mouth. I bloody forget about this joke. Well, now I remember it, because when I watched the montage, I now remember it much better. But mostly, I easily forget my emotions. Well, okay, not so easy. I mean, there's some scenes which is again I remember a bit more better. I don't want to reference it right now because I don't want to put much recommendation there, because I have a rule which when I talk about something, I have to put recommendation for you to there. Not necessary, but I like to do this. And let's not talk about that stuff. I'll talk about this one. Nice to see characters again being in a different form. Like it's nice to see what we could get. Nice to see some possibilities of what could happen. But on this note, God damn it, not much can say. So let's go to the parallel universes where magic outtakes were put inside of the game. Because again, I think, okay, I saw it. I watched the reaction of the Doctor to New Fortress scenes. And he reacted to this scene as well, so I kind of already spoiled for me. So it's, okay, the trailer of this one is a blind reaction. The outtakes, Because I didn't like watch. No, I think he watched enough. It will be spoiled already, so it's not so blind already. Thanks, Doctor. Should I promote his channel? Okay, that is a lot of people who react to the photos and who happen to be doctors. No, not a lot. You probably think there will be it. Nah. On a different channel, but I don't think like. Nah, it's on a different channel, but it's the same dude. Like they just did some together appearance on a different channel. Again, will not tell the channel name because again the channel name I don't remember. We've had the doctor name. There's a couple of doctors channels I watch. I like sometimes analyzing stuff. Let's hear some opinion of professionals. But they actually being more useful than more entertaining. That sounds weird, but again, you know, let's not get ourselves into that. So, Medic Outtakes. I'm gonna watch the full playlist in the non-stop version. While skipping the Meet the Medic, because it's also here. Okay, actually, man, every of this episode are like 16 seconds, so I have to do my timer a bit more special. Let me just let my timer go and you just go with me at the same time. Like, I'm watching the whole playlist without pressing any buttons. So, like, yeah, no, the point of the timer is the fact that I have the timer for Patreon version, and for point of the timer, that is supposed to be the video I'm watching right now. So now I have to cut it. So, pressing the play button already now.
But now I had to get it to the battlefield.
Okay, audio is. I don't think he even have accent. Well, hello there. So, I'm just your object for use. God damn it, audio is not so easy for me to understand, sadly. The next one. Okay. Wow, what the hell you did? Well, now you exploded because bloody don't go to explosive while you have fire on your head.
Inspiration struck.
Wait, did you just build a magic gun? I like to stitch it back together. Wait, I think I'm reacting to those in the wrong order. It's bloody saddish. Wait, so you're just using blood to heal people? Wait, we use blood to heal people as well. Well, depends on the situation. That's how you invent your magic gun.
Kill me!
Said we cannot grow bodies, but we can just give you body. Wow, just.
I'm trying. You're invincible.
Thank you for torturing me, bloody hell. Now just become your freaking object. But better than being a fridge. Are you serious? Man, I'm not 19 on this video. What? It's serious. No, you're bloody serious. I just got the notification of this video being for adults. People don't give a care. Because I totally should react to those in the wrong chronological order. Why would you put a place in the wrong chronological order? I don't bloody understand. I'm pissed. You just do this order. Why I have to bloody exit the video to bloody do this? Pressing the play button right now. Continue.
When you're a field medic doing no harm.
I don't prefer you suppose. I prefer you battle medic. No how hard it
In
is.
fact, I often found the best medicine was preventative.
Wow, are you red? What the hell wrong with you? Oh, you a disguised
The
spy.
issue was time. And the time it took to save one patient, 100 more.
And that's how you invent a magic gun. You're actually so
I'd
good and
almost
so
given up.
smart.
It had been my darkest moment.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to not attack the magic? Wait, like hell you would care about 4 criminals. Oh, well now we have blues. Now we totally have blues.
Medic!
Yeah, I'm working on it. Wait, you're not on the right team! Oh, sorry, there was explosive there. Welcome to the job. It will be bloody hell. Okay, talking about this one. Okay, the audio was super hard for me to understand. Well, now we actually saw the origin of magic gun. The feather spike head from the fridge. So I guess, man, I don't think it can be called Outtakes. Okay, is it still canon? I would say it's still canon, to be fair. If I were about create, I would totally say it's canon right now. Well, that's how we invented this stuff. So now he bloody used chemicals and blood. Hey, like I'm talking like we don't use the same thing. We use the same thing. Just that thing is more advanced than our things. Now talking about this one. Okay, that still doesn't have accent. Was he on plan to be German? But yeah, I know like team photos have those concept art. But the same thing I don't know where to get. Okay, I can just Google it and they will be appear right there. Actually, to be fair, that I'm talking about, think about it, they probably on Team Photos official website. Or maybe the Twitter. Maybe Twitter. Because again, creators sometimes make stuff earlier and like to upload concept art. Which again, I do like concept art sometimes. To be fair, man. Okay, to check on the part which I hate myself. Because I okay, bloody start think about react to different stuff which I never bloody would react. Like, first of all, react to YouTube animation. Okay, I already made this. React to cartoons. Slash TV shows, slash movies, slash that stuff. I mean, typical reaction stuff, like, to grow a little bit. But we'll be planning for the future, because I'm still have no balls and want to do it officially, so need to get some better income. When my channel get monetized, maybe we'll start doing a little bit more work with cartoon reaction, because again, okay, bloody hell, I usually just don't watch cartoons, so if I'm gonna watch cartoons, it will be cartoon I bloody want to watch very strongly. But usually I just don't watch cartoons because, I don't know, it's like extra cash input, and you know, for reaction channel, okay, there was one good advice for, okay, it was advice for voice acting. Consider your outcome, and then you want to be a voice actor, you have to buy mic, which can then get money back to. Like, don't buy expensive mic because you will get into minus and no matter what. Okay, how much minus? You will lose some money, you could be not professional voice actor, and there's a chance you will not get as much back for this mic as you could get. And if you buy a cheap mic, you can get some interesting income. I actually can recommend you, okay, not exactly recommend, but I would say this story. Those headset was at the price of a normal headset. And they got busted. But now I use the mic for them. And to be fair, I still typical YouTuber. Like, first of all, imagine if I get like super expensive headset and I was making my videos. Like, no, okay, some people watch on this channel, some people don't watch other channels. Like, I'm pretty sure that I have a better mic, it would still be the same, because first of all, I'm no nobody, I have to stuff that some people not interesting in, and some people are interesting in. And then, yeah, I think it's the whole point. I get those headsets and I already bloody occupied them. Because again, I work generally and get some small amount of cash, and those headsets were super cheap. But to be fair, they busted. And they still get this slow busted and busted and trying to fix it. And I actually fix them right now, working. Okay, not bestly, but they work. They occupy. This one, not sure how much they occupy. I mean, okay, there's been like years before those are broken, so I already kind of occupy them as well. And about talking the games, okay, most of the games I play, they are like by the coupons I get, by the cheapness they are, and sometimes they're just free. So like, I'm totally occupying those games. Okay, with coupons, not always. Not always. Because I think I only buy one game with coupon actually. Like, it's not like I buy tons of games. Those are just cheap. Well, they're not super. Well, yeah, they're cheapish. Because again, there are only two games which is super cheapish I bought. Now talking about the other stuff. Yeah, I'm not much I can say. If I hell start talking about this stuff. Why the hell I won't start talking about my mic and that stuff and the money problems? Oh yeah, I just forgot what I was talking about a second earlier. I think it's a bad sign actually. Oh yeah, talking about... Oh yeah, I was talking about my reaction. How I want to... Yeah, also... Okay, those are reactions which is again, everyone make those reactions, they're totally okay reaction. The next kind of reaction which I want to make, but it's not often seen reaction. Reaction to books, reaction to comics. With comics, I think it's mostly made by reviewers. I don't know, I have decided to react to comics because it's the same universe, it's just... Well, it's the same cartoons. They just don't move. And plus, again, okay, depends on what type of comics. I was pretty sure I can easily react to webs. Or web comics. I just have to put names of creators, which I will do no matter what. But maybe if I were gonna do it with cartoons, I would not put the name of creators, I would actually put the names of websites where I watched it. So that's how I would do cartoons. I just show you website where I watched it. Which again, official website, like let's say Netflix or Hulu or other stuff. I'm not gonna name you every website which have those service providers. Because again, they're like, it's a tons. I'm pretty sure the couple I don't know, and if I go check them, I probably will learn about them. But again, I think that was slowly turning to new TV. Like, TV is slowly dying, and they're... How they call? Well, yeah, internet TV, speaking shortly. And those internet TV will slowly replace normal TV. Which again, not against it. Okay, I would say against it because it can get digitalized. Now, first let me say the comics, because I want to finish the 30 comics. With comics, I can probably react to webtoons, but again, I think if I'm gonna react to webtoons, I would still like censor it, because I don't know, free my spirit a little bit more, because again, I don't do much reaction to comics, and mostly they do dubs to comics, and actually people do react to those dubs. But I will try to watch the comics and then dub it myself. Maybe depends on some comics, I can actually do them fully. With some comics I'm planning to censor them. Like show you some frames, some faces, some hands, but blur the other stuff. And maybe just keep in my voice, to force you to go watch the original. But again, with comics, again, it's very simple, because again, they're web comics, they online, I can watch them anytime I bloody desire. But then come problem with actual comics, which is again, I think actual comics will be like actual cartoons slash TVs. Like, I don't think you can watch those online, unless I think you cannot watch them online, because for comics, I think usually you have to buy them or slash order them. Along with the website which allow comics to watch them online. Officially! I know about those pirates websites, I'm not gonna use them for my channel, all your official comics reactions. And I sometimes do wish that there was website which, like Netflix but for comics, and you know, digitalized comics. Again, it's way more easier to get, unless you have good internet connection. I gladly think I have fine internet connection. Which again would make comics more easier to get. Again, it's going to create another problem which was faced by HBO Max. Purge of cartoons. Like, so many cartoons are bloody. Okay, I'm not sure lost. Deleted from website, and now you can only watch them not official. And plus the cartoon actor is dying. Like, with digitalized stuff, once they disappear, they bloody gone. Okay, not bloody gone. But yeah, actually, man. When HBO Max delete those stuff, do they still have them? Who have this stuff? It also kind of make me think, when TV show is created, is it like on service, or how? Or can you even delete stuff? Like, would people be dumb enough to delete stuff permanently? Because I don't know actually. What if they do? That'd be bloody horrible. Yeah, the stuff can easily like get deleted and just disappear from history, which is again the worst thing I'm afraid of. I hate them stuff disappearing without me able to watch them. Like, I'm not saying those shows can like fully disappear, because first of all they already have pretty enough number of piracy, sadly. Okay, not sadly, man. If there was not, there was not way to watch them. And I think even creator like admit the fact that luckily you can pirate it now. Or luckily, nah, he didn't say luckily, he said another one way to watch it by pirates. So luckily maybe the show will not get killed off. Unless I hope they will not. Like another model, like HBO Max deletes those stuff, like do they still have the like raw files of the shows? Or like, let's say HBO Max loses the right to the show, so like they delete it. Who the hell would keep check on those stuff? And like, to be fair, is there like a guy who, okay man, it's actually a bloody nice thing to think about. Like, does those websites keeping the company the database? Like, what if database of those companies like disappeared? Like, it got burned down. So like what? The show is completely gone? God, it's actually worst scenario ever. What the hell, I'm terrified. Well, how much terrified? Mostly, I think I'm trying to just understand it more than being terrified. Because again, I put myself into a loop. I think the question to this one is pretty obvious, but now I'm trying to figure it out. And trying to look all the angles. Like, is there a problem which I'm facing right now? I'm trying to solve it. It would actually be cool if there was a guy who like keep every media file in his database. Like, I wouldn't say like media, okay, like let's say, you know the art which keep all human history in a box. Like, imagine the same things, but it's keep every comics, every TV show in a database. And like, it will be the human history of pop culture slash general entertainment. Now that's actually a cool idea. Plus, okay, make it in a way which not will get destroyed. Like it can survive. Okay, like, what's the problem with files? Like, how can the files be destroyed? Blackouts with deletion of files and corruption of them. Problem. AMP. How can we solve AMP with files? Although do files get destroyed by AMP? Maybe copying files. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. How? How to save files for long? Actually, I think I'm trying to create a fight with time. Like, I think at some point everything will get lost in history. But I don't want this. Although, to be fair, then it happened, I will actually be dead as well. Dead but home remembered. But I don't know. I'm talking about comics. So now the books, yeah, I think I got myself into loop, and now we'll just be in this loop until I get to the next point of conversation. Now the books, okay, I can say books reaction is already pretty weird. Well, first of all, we're gonna react to audiobooks with cutting, like what I do with copyright protocol. Because first of all, books are not comics. Like with comics, I guess you can read the text, unless there's no pictures, copyright is totally okay. Like it will be considered as a recap of the comics, or how much it will be reading, like you don't have idea what's going on in the comics, but you have no idea what's going on in the comics itself. Plus with some images, it will be actually get some entertainment, like it will get some attention of people and never have desire to watch it, like without blurring stuff up or leaving just one frame. Like when you watch on Google Photos some comics, you have desire to watch this comics fully, I would say. Well, this I have desire to do this. But the books, again, we'll cut it because the books already just text, and I think already there's been a problem on YouTube where some video would get copyrighted because it's copyright plagiarism. So like we'll do copyright protocol for the books as well. Now here come an interesting part, the weird reactions. Once I have idea to react to podcasts, which is again super bloody weird. There is a difference between books. So if you have the books, I will bloody listen and like understand the point of the story. With podcasts, we can do the same. But podcast is not a story. Well, actually, it is a story sometimes. It's more personal opinions / life stories. But I see it as like very weird content. Like I've been thinking about it since Cars. And it's still live in my head. Like I hate myself for having this idea to react to this because again, no one bloody react to podcast. Podcast is supposed to be listened while you're chilling or doing your work. It's like just entertainment. And I've been thinking about reacting to this entertainment. Now that's the first thing. But now having a second we've thought, should I bloody react to bloody drawings? Like, okay, I'm not talking about team photos, like, let's say, concept art. Well, that's already with content to react to, because first of all, with podcasts there's some information you can acquire. With drawings, it's just a picture. No text problem, no information. Okay, information indeed does get the how characters look or how ideas created he have. But it's pretty weird to react to. And plus, then I got this idea into my head with Team Fortress. I started thinking about other people who I can react to, like people who I watch. Still such a weird idea. Why I'm trying to react to everything? Okay, I would say, as a kid I had this desire to be a guy who do everything, like watch every comics, see every movies, do that stuff. Which you can bloody hard and almost impossible because the movie and that stuff will continue to coming up. And with some games, I also do the same thing. With games, they completely can't. I don't have the chance to react to it. I mean, the Scott Pilgrim did react to it. It's a game. But again, I have this weird concept of me reacting to literally everything and the weird stuff. I would say, luckily, I never have desire to react to gameplays. Almost again. Okay, I would say the only reason I don't react to gameplays, I see gameplays as a reaction as well. Like, let's say the game and the game players are just people who do react. I react to interactive movie. Like, you know, there was Batman vs Red Hood and the most interactive movie. Well, how much interactive? You can choose one path to other path. I think the games is exactly the same thing, they're just more options. Once again, it's the same reaction content. And reaction to gameplays will be like reaction of the reaction. Although I'm kind of thinking that if they're gonna be a compilation, that's a thing I can react to. Yeah, that's a thing I can react to, compilation. It's more clear into my mind. It's like the best moments of the best people. So, yeah, that's what you think about me. Which again, I find out like super bloody weird. And like, let's say one of minuses. Okay, not much minuses, just super weird. Like, no one do reaction to that stuff. Although I could be the first guy who actually do reaction to this stuff. But do I want to be the first guy who do this reaction to this stuff? What do people like look at me naturally? And plus, if I have a drawing to not tell, I will bloody watch the full drawing. Again, I will bloody censor this because again, my consciousness wants some clearance. I like forcing people to actually go watch the original. Although, isn't enough clearance? I mean, it's still kind of weird. Although some drawings can be interesting, and I do have some time story in there. Or how much stories? Again, okay, with comics, man, I'm not enough good of the drawing to have this artistic understanding of the comics. Unless I guess this will think about me. Yeah, you know, I can't have enough. I've been talking for a while, and this video is supposed to be like super short. turning this into 40 minutes video. But yeah, I think I'm turning into podcast. But bloody react to this podcast as well. Again, bloody hell, I'm now hating myself just for this having this weird ideas. And like, okay, I just think this idea can actually happen with me. I think I myself in the future I just say, oh, why not try? And he will bloody try. And I cannot do nothing to stop. You just trying. He just have design, he can just do it. It's again freedom, and then you're free to do whatever the hell you want. Okay, not whatever the hell you want, he will still copyright the protocol. But when I have decided to do whatever you want, I guess you can enjoy yourself a little bit more. Hey, no, okay, on this note, let's just bloody stop this conversation and get to know one. I think at some point I will just start circling, because I do have this bad habit of me circling around this thought, trying to bloody as hard as possible to bloody deliver. I think it's not like necessary at all. On this note, it was GDP. Go to Team Fortress official, like, just subscribe to that stuff. Go Team Fortress on Steam, it's free, you can play it anytime. Right now I'm not playing it because I don't have space on my computer, but you can play it anytime you bloody want. And on this note, go to my social media, go like this video, dislike this video, share it, and do whatever you can. Now go to my Patreon, where you can support me, watch video early, and plus I will put your name right there. I know there's no name because no one support me sadly, but I'm okay with this one for now. I mean, I did kinda create Patreon a bit early, well, I mean, because I want people to kinda know that I don't have these benefits. I don't be all people create Patreon on the first day of YouTube. They just usually don't just say they will put names right there, and usually just put names where there are already some Patrons. Maybe I start telling if I will put some Patrons, and then, okay, you know, no. For $1 or access to my reaction stuff with timer, you can find the video on your personal end. For $2 or access to my gameplays, I think you can obvious that I do have gameplays, because again, gameplays are just like reaction, but more interactive. For $4 or access to my drawings already, I think, okay, I can totally do reaction to my drawings. No, actually, my channel is full of reaction of my drawings. Not just my drawings, the drawing process. You can actually process my reaction to my own drawings. Somehow I start reacting to drawings, and drawings which is totally copyrighted, but they might copyright. Okay, not copyrights, but bloody hell, tag me if you're gonna use them. For $14 special on Discord, you can ask me question, like tell me, I see you gonna do this. I'm not sure. I'm not reaction to code, podcast, and that stuff. I'm not sure. And you can also commission me, but bloody don't commission to do reaction to podcast. Like, I will never react that I once have idea to react to podcast. It will be bloody cursed. A curse. I will never bloody forget. I will always remember. Dumb, like half dumb idea. On this note, have a nice day, Rolensky.